It was a Friday evening, and we had been invited to a relaxed dinner at a friend's house. Laura, my wife, had been unusually cheerful all day, smiling at her phone, laughing at messages I couldn't see, humming around the kitchen. I wanted to believe it was just a good day for her, maybe a light-hearted mood after a long week. But there was something in her eyes that didn't sit right. A flicker of distance, a kind of forced brightness that I tried to ignore. I should have trusted my instincts. At dinner, the atmosphere was easy and comfortable at first. Conversations flowed, glasses clinked, and everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves. Then someone made a joke about relationships, something about how couples keep secrets from each other. Laughter erupted, and Laura joined in, brushing her shoulder against mine in a playful way. "Relax," she said with a teasing grin. "It's just a joke." Her tone was light, almost too light. But underneath the laughter, I heard something sharp, a kind of deflection. As the evening went on, she kept up her cheerful act. More jokes, more teasing. And then, she began bringing up little private details about me, things only the two of us should have known. Her voice carried just enough for everyone to hear. The laughter around the table started to feel wrong, like I was being examined under a light. Each chuckle echoed in my head, turning amusement into something closer to judgment. I kept my smile steady, though inside, a quiet storm was building. She leaned toward me after another round of laughter, smiling like nothing was wrong. "See," she whispered. "Everyone thinks you're funny." I turned my head, met her gaze, and spoke calmly, barely above a whisper. "So, is what you have with your coworker?" The effect was instant. Her hand froze halfway to her mouth, fork suspended. The laughter stopped. Every conversation around the table died mid-sentence. I didn't raise my voice or make a scene. I didn't need to. The weight of my words did everything for me. I saw the color drain from her face, her confident smile falter. The man sitting across from her, her coworker, shifted uncomfortably, eyes dropping to his plate. I took a slow sip of my drink, letting the silence expand. "Funny," I said after a moment, still calm. "How jokes stop being funny when they're too close to the truth." The table felt colder then. No one spoke. The air was thick with tension. Laura tried to laugh again, a strained, nervous sound. "You're joking, right?" she said, her voice trembling. But the look on her face betrayed her. Everyone could see it. Dinner limped on after that, the light atmosphere shattered. Every conversation that followed was forced, awkward. She barely said another word, her once effortless charm replaced by uneasy quiet. I stayed composed, polite, even smiling occasionally, but my silence carried a message she couldn't ignore. She had tried to make a fool of me in public, and in the end, she had exposed herself instead. When we finally got home, she tried to talk. She insisted I was mistaken, that I had overreacted, that her relationship with her coworker was innocent. But her words didn't carry conviction. The more she spoke, the more hollow it sounded. Over the next few days, I began piecing things together. The signs were all there: hidden messages, late-night calls she brushed off as work, unexplained absences. The evidence painted a picture she could no longer deny. I confronted her one last time, my voice steady. "You can't make jokes about honesty when you're living a lie," I said. She broke down then, admitting enough to confirm what I already knew. There was pleading, promises to stop, desperate attempts to repair what had been broken. But trust doesn't mend through words alone. It dies quietly, like a candle running out of air. The dinner had been the breaking point, though neither of us realized it at first. That one calm sentence had changed everything. It pulled the mask off her laughter, stripped away the illusion she'd been hiding behind. From that moment, our relationship no longer existed in the same form. Weeks passed in uneasy silence. She tried to rebuild what she'd shattered, while I simply observed. I wasn't angry anymore, just clear. The power dynamic had shifted. The truth had done what anger couldn't. I learned something that night. Humor can disguise betrayal, but only for a while. The truth doesn't need to shout to be heard. Sometimes it's the quietest voice in the room that carries the most weight. And in that silence, As her smile faded and the laughter died around us, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Control. Not over her, but over myself. Over what I would and would not accept anymore. That night, truth didn't just expose her deceit. It freed me from it.